happened. I didn't do anything different than I always do. Is my mic plugged in? Yeah, okay. So we do have audio. Okay, you're going to have to turn that down because it does create feedback. Okay. Okay. So did we have audio the whole time then? No? All right, so we're going to have to start over. Yay, technical difficulties. So again, the picture I held up was this. And this is a design drawn for Genosha X by me, SashaDoll. And again, image was used with permission. We always ask that if you're going to borrow an artist's likeness or an aspect of their performance that you please get permission. And so we're going to teach you how to go from that picture on paper to these fabulous little keychain charms. So that's tonight's mission, is to teach that. And then in addition to the charms, we are going to be discussing some wonderful ladies in the underground and the roles that they play. Everyone from Miss Kitty Kush, a lot of you know who Kitty Kush is, all the way to Sugar Waffle, and everyone in between, because you do not have to, as it was pointed out to me the other day, you do not have to be a singer or a performer to impact the underground and affect the scene in a positive way. So that is where we are going to go from here. Chaos, anything to add now that we've gotten our audio?
Should we mention the contest and get that one out of the way first?
Oh, yes. Why don't you go ahead and tell our viewers about the contest this evening?
Okay, if I forget anything, just remind me. It's been a hectic couple of days. But, however, we are doing a fan art contest for everybody that does not know. I believe it was, in fact, the Genosha X fan art contest, Sasha, if I remember correctly.
That's correct. That's absolutely correct.
And pretty much fan signs, guys, anything that you can pretty much come up with, get creative. We like to have a lot of fun. The drawings for these will be, we decided, tomorrow night.
Yep, tomorrow night.
And the winner of the contest, whoever is chosen, will get a nice little prize package out of it. So, fun incentive just to do something artsy. Even if you're not great at art, like I know I'm not, it's just for fun.
Well, and it's not about being it's not about being good or bad. It's about expressing yourself, and art is not good or bad. It simply is.
No, it is not.
So what you drew that you don't like, someone else is going to say, you know, I almost scrapped that drawing of Genosha. The first mermaid I did, the one that I held up.
You did tell me that.
Yeah, I almost scrapped that. Yeah. So
but that's what we're doing. It's fun, and it's a good way to get our girls out there and show our support for our female undergrounds, because it's a new thing. And I'm quite proud that it's taken the direction that it's going, and that the females are actually being accepted in the underground. So I'm hoping to see a lot of fan submissions and to see what we could come up with.
Yep, and be sure to tag myself, Sasha Thompson, or my like page at SashaDoll or official SashaDoll, or feel free to post it right to the radio station page, Majik Ninja Radio, right on Facebook where you're tuned in tonight. And I'll be sure to go through those fan submissions tonight or tomorrow. And I'll announce the winner tomorrow evening, live on the Dollhouse. So with that being said, let's get going on this art project. And all right, I'm going to hand this microphone to Skip so that he can make sure that everybody can hear me.
Okay.
And now I'm going to move my camera.
Oh, Lord.
And let me know when you can see the paper. Uh-oh, that's not going to stay there. Actually,
Oh, my goodness.
I know, Skip's got his hands full. Like, for those of you that can't see, he's got a camera in one hand, my webcam in one hand.
Oh, that's not right.
And there's your face. And so he's trying to juggle my microphone and my camera so that we can get this art project out there. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is it has to be
You're gonna have to
official
go a little
Shrinky
bit
Dink.
slower because that camera is not keeping up.
Official Shrinky Dink paper. That is my phone on my knee.
I'm trying.
I know. Okay.
This is not exactly a professional camera.
No, it really is not. We need a new setup over here.
Here's
so
your paper.
Official Shrinky Dink paper. You have
It's
to order.
plasticky.
It's plastic. You can hear the noise. Sounds like a storm, like what you'd use, you know. Okay, so then you take your design.
That overhead projector paper that they had in
Exactly, except it's kind of gritty on one side, and on the other side it's kind of shiny. And we'll get to that in a minute because that is important. Good for pointing that out. Okay, and so here we have our picture of Genosha, the mermaid. And so then we put the picture down on our hard surface. And then you want to take the Shrinky Dink paper, and it's got a shiny side and a dull side. Okay? So you look at it, and you definitely want the dull side up, right? So you want the dull side up. And then you position your paper where you want it.
I love kindergarten class.
I know, right?
Swear,
We love kindergarten class. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to sift through the mess of Sharpies I have going on. And you want to use a black Sharpie for the outline.
Be creative. You don't have to.
And you don't have to, but I mean I do because it gives me a good base. So that being said, we're going to move the image to where we want it on the paper. And then we are going to begin to trace the outline ever so carefully. And for those of you that aren't necessarily artistically inclined, this works great with any type of picture. You can take a t-shirt, you can trace, you know, a band's image or a record label's logo or whatever. You can do this with anything. You don't have to draw the design yourself. But so then we trace the outline. In this case, it's the picture that I drew, but it could be a Hatchet Man, it could be a Murder Music logo, it could be an Underground Prop Squad logo, it could be your own logo for your own website or band, which we love to hear about that. And then we just gently trace around the edge, like so, being very careful to follow the guidelines and to make sure we're on the paper. It also helps to keep a white piece of paper underneath, because once you trace the object and you're going to go to the coloring phase, it becomes very tedious to see the image or hard to see the image if you haven't done it this way with the white paper background. So that being said, we're just following quickly along our outline, and I've drawn this one so many times that it takes me 2 seconds to do the outline. Not really, but you know. And so then we just trace the outline.
And with that stuff, don't you want to make sure that the image that you're putting on the Shrinky Dink paper is a little bit larger than the original image, or does that not matter?
No.
Like I said, I've tried these before and they've gone horribly wrong on me, so.
Actually, no, because it'll shrink down regardless of what size you made it. So,
Gotcha.
I keep it the same size as what I drew on the original paper. That's just me though, other people might do it differently. There are certainly lots, we'd love to hear your creative ways of using Shrinky Dink paper. Uh-oh. No power save mode, computer, not today. Okay, so,
You need to turn that feature off this time of day.
I do, especially because, you know, I don't really use it that much. Okay, so I did this one kind of quick, but so you can see, we have the image and we have, you know, the original, and I didn't trace all of the lines exact, but that doesn't really matter for this purpose. And I've decided I'm going to color this one differently. Maybe this one isn't Genosha X, maybe this one's, you know, something different, I don't know. We'll give this one some pink hair, I think. Because that's half the fun, is just because you
I
drew.
remember those days.
Yeah, me too, right? Maybe I'm a little nostalgic. Maybe that's what's going on tonight. Okay, so either way, we decided for whatever reason this one isn't Genosha and she's got pink hair.
It's Jim because she's truly amazing.
Truly outrageous.
Oh yeah, it's really outrageous. I wasn't a girl, I don't remember.
I was obsessed with Jem. I had pink hair when I was 5 because I begged my grandmother, and she had told me that she saw nothing wrong with me having pink hair as long as I did well in school, and I could not have it during the school year. But so I was allowed to have pink hair at age 5. I really was. And then it didn't quite wash out when I went to kindergarten, so it's like, oh, and that's the other thing. You can see I've just smudged. I've accidentally touched it where I shouldn't. So you're going to have to, like, sometimes go back and recolor. And it's important to let an area dry before you do what I do and stick your whole hand in it. Just a suggestion, folks. Just a suggestion.
I don't know. Sometimes that's the opposite of the suggestion, don't you?
Sometimes. Sometimes we all have very bad ideas. I do it too. No worries. I ain't got no worries. Like Lil Wayne, I ain't got no worries. But these make great presents. They make great bookmarks for thicker books. You know, or like you can put them on charms. You can make earrings out of them. And we'll get to the part because, you know, obviously people are looking at this going, how the heck would you turn that into, you know, a pair of earrings or a necklace? And I'm going to show you, worry not. Worry not. And in a minute, we're going to send Mr. Skip to go fire up the old Dollhouse Easy Bake Oven. Not really, don't use an Easy Bake Oven, I'm being funny. You want to use a real oven for this. I just realized, like, if anyone did that and thought I really was using an Easy Bake, that would be a problem. Do not ever do these in the microwave.
Should I remove the bodies first, madam?
The bodies. The carcass.
Shall I remove the bodies first, madam?
I shall fetch a rug. Woodhouse from Archer. I shall fetch a rug, sir. Alright, and then you just color over it a little. Color in any lines that you may have had that were overlapping. You know, sometimes when you color with a marker, you can see random lines here and there. We want to get rid of that. We don't want those. And then I decided, I think, that I am going to modify the outfit on this one. I think we're going to do something a little different. A doomsday device. What are you watching over there, girl?
What are you doing over there?
It's Futurama, guys. I have to.
I talk about Skip firing up the oven.
Even though it's nothing but reruns now, I still don't miss it.
It's the doomsday device, madam.
I'm still with you 100%, so don't worry about that.
I absolutely love Futurama. We're just giving you a hard time. You know this happens.
Hey, it could be worse. We could go back to the Rick and Morty conversation.
Or we could not, because Sasha hasn't seen that. And yeah, I just admitted I've never seen Rick and Morty.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
No.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Bad SashaDoll.
Yeah, right?
Bad. That's right. I'll mail you my copies. You can watch them.
Okay.
I don't even think it's on Netflix yet.
I don't, some of it is, I think, on Hulu. I have Hulu now. Well, I technically have both, but it varies on what I feel like paying any given month. I'm not even going to front. It varies based on what I feel like paying in any given month, so, you know. Yeah.
While we're on the topic of TV shows, do you guys remember Dinosaurs?
Yes, not the baby.
Not the mama.
Yeah, that's it.
I remember waking up on a Saturday morning and I'm like, nope, gimme.
They used to show that.
My brother off the TV and everything.
Well, they used to show it late at night, and then all of a sudden the reruns went to Saturday mornings. It was weird.
Well, about the time that the reruns came out was when I was old enough to watch TV.
Well, and by then, The Simpsons had been on long enough that no one was shocked anymore, so I think that had something to do with it. Yeah, I was absolutely
and then
not
Family
allowed.
Guy came around, and then there was more controversy.
Yeah, I was absolutely not allowed to watch The Simpsons.
I remember that at first.
Absolutely.
Oh, you know we're dating ourselves. Let's shut up right now.
Okay. So now we have our hastily colored quick design right here.
Look now, you can't be moving stuff
Oh,
around.
you can't see it. Okay. Where's the design? Okay, you can kind of see it. Okay, so it's our hastily colored design. Okay. So then we are going to take the scissors, and you don't want to cut right on the design. You want to give it about maybe a fourth to a half of an inch. It doesn't, there's not an exact science to it, people. Like, it's just, you know, that kind of
I'm
thing.
trying to find it.
You're fine. We're just cutting out the design.
Making everyone sick on the internet.
Yeah, right.
I hope you have a drink today.
Right. Shoot. Okay, so then we cut. And I feel like Sasha needs safety scissors, like, yeah.
Safety scissors don't even work with my 5-year-old.
Yeah, well.
Should ask her how she cut her bangs with a pair of safety scissors.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's definitely a thing, I'll give you that. Okay, and then always make sure that you leave a little bit at the top of your design right here. See where I've left a little bit extra,
Okay.
which I'm gonna leave a little bit more extra, but you're gonna
This is
want
like-
that extra, and you're gonna see why in a minute. Okay, so this extra right here, now I'm gonna take a standard hole punch.
Moving way too fast.
No big deal.
'Cause I can't
my
even
poor
find you.
Okay. Random hole punch. See, nothing to it, nothing special. Here's my design right at the top. I'm gonna slide that sucker in. And then I'm gonna make a hole. Now, here's the other thing. It's gonna stick to your hole punch. Don't go ripping it off. You wanna move it down slowly and pull it off carefully. And then there you can see the hole. So,
Wrong hole.
not
Sorry.
right there.
There you go.
See, so you've got this extra plastic at the top with a hole, and then you can trim a little bit around it, but you want to be really careful because you have to keep that hole exactly where it is and nice and even.
Yeah, don't go moving the hole.
Don't go moving the hole. We're not going to be pervs about this. We're all adults.
I'm not here. Look, I said don't move it. You don't want it to get off center.
If you lose me, my phone is doing all sorts of updates right now, so
I hope we don't, though, because we need
I
you.
hope we don't either, but I'm just letting you know.
Okay, yeah, we definitely need to start pitching in for a bigger and better batter system. Okay, so now we are going to put the camera back up where the camera
Good luck
goes.
with that.
Yeah, okay. Fix the camera, please. And Skip's going to go turn on our oven. Okay, so Skip is going to go turn on our oven, and that oven is going to be set to 350, an even 350. Good times. No, it just kind of pulls. Here. Hold the phone. Hold the phone.
Hold the phone.
Like legit. Okay, watch. So you just move that up. There we go. And so Skip is going to, do this. Okay. So Skip is going to, you got a lovely shot of SashaDoll's wall there for a second. There we go. Okay, that's perfect. No, it's not. It was.
Yeah, it was falling.
Oh, Lord. Okay, there we go. So I'm a little bit not in the frame, but you got to bear with us. You know, at the Dollhouse, we're all about, like, modification and doing everything that we need to do.
Look at the forehead. Look at the forehead.
Okay, there we go.
Improvisation, you know.
Improvisation.
If I can get it to stay still, we'll be good.
Yeah, good luck.
Okay, we're gonna have to look at her sideways. We're not
Maybe.
gonna do
We might have to. There we go. Okay, leave it alone. It's fine. I'll just
down.
scrunch down. Okay, hi guys. Okay, so now you know we're all about the improvisation around here. Okay, so while our oven is busy heating up at 350 degrees, we are going to take a moment to talk about some of the ladies in the underground. And obviously we talked about Genosha X with Underground Propaganda Squad. Fabulous, wonderful little lady right there. Great person. Puts on a hell of a show. And she can rap like you've never seen. While at the same time having the most beautiful singing voice. She does all of her own stuff. She doesn't have a ghostwriter. Everything she writes is 100% from the heart. And she's great. So moving along, next we've got a woman who's very well known in the Juggalo world, but she doesn't, as far as I know, she doesn't rap and doesn't do music. But that is Miss Sugar Waffle. And she is famous for a different reason. She is famous for her hilarious screenshots. They call her the Screenshot Queen. So, I don't know. Have you heard of Miss Sugar Waffle?
Heard of her, but not familiar with, if that makes any sense.
Okay, she's another hilarious person. She is absolutely amazing. She's very empowered. She very much takes care of herself and her family. And she's a very, very, excuse me, she's a very, very strong, independent woman. And at the same time, she's able to take these rotten things that people say to each other, and she's able to post them in such a way that it's not drama, and it just ends up being hilarious. And that takes a lot of talent and a lot of guts. And so we absolutely 100% support her.
That takes balls.
It does. And at the same time, she's, like I said, she's holding down the fort for her own family herself. And she's just amazing. She has t-shirts. Her t-shirts are pretty awesome. I was trying to get a link to the t-shirts, but she did send me a picture of them so that I could show you guys what they look like. And let me just hold that up to the camera. Oh, tell me you're not going to be able to see. Let me turn my brightness down. Hold on. Maybe if I turn my brightness down, that will help. Oh, man, I swear. Let's see if we can get this to show now. Let's see. Okay, there we go. And the shirts say Sugar Waffle at the bottom. And she's got different ones that have kind of the same thing going on. Like some are zombie-ish. Some have her, like this one has her eating a plate of intestines and eyeballs. And then there's cookies and cheesecake. And it says Sugar Waffle at the bottom in purple. And she does this. She's completely self-made. All of her merch she does herself. Same thing with Genosha, actually. Genosha just released a line of female UPS gear. And her line is phenomenal. It includes leggings with the UPS logo and skater dresses and tank tops. And originally that's what the Mermaid Project started out as. So you might want to, check her merch dates and whatever for, things of that nature. You never know what she might release next. And same thing with Sugar Waffle. She's always releasing new shirts and artwork and, things of that nature. And so then my next empowered female is the one and only Renee Moon. And for those of you who don't know her, she has very bright, very rainbow hair, and she's a very, very interesting individual. She has a beautiful voice. Think a cross between Amy Lee and Taria from Nightwish. And again, this girl is completely self-made. She does everything on her own at home. She's a wonderful person to talk to. She supports everybody and has mad love. I've never seen her say an unkind word about anyone. And again, in this day and age, that's a very rare quality. So Renee Moon, shout out to you too. And then we have the lovely Razakel. Moving on to Razakel, because there is not a lot that you can't say about Razakel that's powerful and positive, because she herself she's completely self-made. She started from the very bottom, and everything she has, she worked for herself. And she's got her Patreon going. I think it's Patreon. It's spelled Patreon, and I think it's pronounced Patreon or Patreon. But she runs her own site there. All of her merch she designs and does herself. I think she's got a few designs that other people did, but I mean, and she's doing all these big tours. She just got done with the Voodoo Dolls and Dabs tour. And I think she might be about to do a part 2, but I'm not sure on that. And then, Strictly for the Wicked coming up. And at the end of the day, she's a family woman, with just a wonderful presence. She's kind enough to give us glimpses into her world with the pictures she takes. she and Jimmy cook a lot, and they have a beautiful house that, you know, they've designed and done all the work on, and, you know, two fabulous people right there. So that's what's up there. And then, you know, let's see, who else do we have? Kitty Kush. Let's move on to Kitty Kush. As far as I know, Kitty Kush is another one who doesn't sing or rap, but her presence with her glittergoreart.com site is just phenomenal. She's another one that's given me permission for the mermaid design. And all these ladies that we're talking about are part of the mermaid project. And so that's how it started for me, is I wanted to create this merch for these empowered, wonderful women in the underground, so that even though we may all be from different labels and we may do different things, we all have unity in this one project that's all of us together. And so Kitty Kush with her glitter gore art. Do you want to bring the pan in here and we'll show them how they line the pan up?
Oh, here we go.
So Kitty Kush, glittergoreart.com. She's made me some merch. I have pins that say SashaDoll. She's always painting, always creating. She's got beautiful designs, and again, she's another sweetheart, and she's very open. So I'm not so I'm pretty sure she would say this herself, but one of the reasons I admire her so much is, just like me, she struggles with systemic lupus. And so I find a real camaraderie there, that she and I both go through kind of the same thing, and it's very empowering to know that I'm not alone, and there's this other female giant in the industry that is going through the same thing I'm going through. So, you know, that's where that is. And all these ladies have pounded the pavement. They've put up their own flyers. They've done their own merch. They've literally handed out samplers for free and lost money putting their money into their art, and are busy trying to make it happen. And so I guess if I had one wish, it's that all of us that put in that kind of work could be recognized for that work and could make a life for ourselves based on that hard work. So that being said, moving right along from the Mermaid of the Underground Squad, as we've been kind of half calling it lately. So
Now for the fun camera work.
now for the camera work, we have a standard cookie sheet. Nothing fancy, just a standard cookie sheet. Place a piece of cardboard, and then you want to place your design with the side that you drew on up. You want the shiny side down. So you put the shiny side down on the paper, and let's get that into the oven, and it only bakes for about 3 minutes. And if the edges curl, don't worry about it, because it's going to straighten itself out. They all curl. So that being said, yep, and once you get it to flatten, you do about another 30 seconds. And so we will see in about 3 minutes where that ends up. And you'll end up with this again. This little piece right here, the Genosha mermaid, is what we'll end up with, and you can see it's got kind of a thickness to it. Also, the other thing to point out is, if you have a piece that's going to be handled a lot or going to be worn, you want to clear coat it with polyacrylic, or even clear nail polish works, so that your design does not wear off. Do 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 do. I know. Johnny on the spot. Oh yeah, there is Rue's new outfit. My dog this week is dressed. Let me see if I can find her. Oh, there's the Rue. There's the Rue. Rue is sporting Juicy Couture pet line today, and she's very concerned with what's going on in the other room. But there is the Rue. She thinks it's food. So look, the ears are up. We're happy. But actually, for anyone that has a dog with anxiety problems, those little onesie outfits are actually the best. Like, I put that sucker on her and she calmed down right away. She's been a lot less Rucifer and a lot more Ruby. Then I am not in the frame again. Ah, it happens. Okay, as the viewers get to see more and more of my house, because like I can't stay in the stupid frame, right? Okay, there I am, sort of. I mean, it is what it is. Nobody watches my shows for the camera angles. They watch my show for the mess ups. I know it. I see you guys out there. I know you're laughing your asses off right now, and that's all right.
Yeah, it's totally supportive.
The good thing is you can laugh at yourself.
Oh, yeah. I'm hilarious. The fact that I can't run a broadcaster or do anything to save my life, I'm sorry. It's fucking hilarious to me.
So yeah, while we're standing here, give a shout out to everybody that comments on this every night. Got Matthew Richards, Tim Lee Light, Anthony Ruthenberg. There's a couple other people watching. Melissa Carter.
Aw.
So just give
See
a
this
shout out to
smile?
everybody.
See this smile? That's you guys out there. You do this. You give me a reason to do this. Anthony, what up? I miss you. I miss Detroit. Matthew, you're awesome. Tim Lee Light, I'll tell Bug that you said hi. These are people that I know in real life. And the funny part is, a lot of them are from my goth scene, and a lot of them are from my juggalo scene. And so the fact that everybody blends and gets along, you know, and they all tune into my show, it's just so humbling to me that I have, I'm about to cry, guys. I'm serious. You guys, it's been a hell of a ride the last 6 years. I know. No, it won't, because I use waterproof. But no, like the last 6 years with you guys, I wouldn't trade it for anything. These people, every single show I've done, whether I'm on a mainstream network or whether I'm doing things on my own in a podcast, these motherfuckers out there have been tuned in to every fucking show. Sunshine, I know you're out there watching. All of you guys, you are amazing. Don't burn the carpet. Don't burn. It'll burn the carpet. It'll burn the carpet. Don't burn my rug. See,
Is
and
that rug brand new?
yes, it is. And there we have it. Uh-oh.
If I can find it.
You'll find it. My camera sucks, guys. I swear to God.
It's too small. I can't find it.
Here. That's what she said.
Well, it's just I can't really hold the pen steady.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, God. Where is it? Okay. We've got it. Why is it moving?
Because my pen is moving.
Why are you moving the pan?
Oh, my God.
Okay, well, we'll wait till it cools. But you guys get the idea. It looks like this, except it's the version that I colored.
Here you go. Just let it cool off.
So, oh God, okay. Oh wow, that's really warm. That's a spicy meatball. Okay, and then there were
No,
two.
Sasha, even though it was only in there for a couple minutes,
I know.
it is burning at 350.
But there it is. There it is. Let's see if we.
Hey, we
pull
can
it
have a
back.
puppet show now.
We can, but there it is. The same size as the Genosha one.
Isn't that what happens in crab? After crab time, we gotta have puppet show and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah, okay. Well, actually, I think this concludes our episode of the Dollhouse for the evening. Tomorrow's the super secret special show where we announce the competition winners, and we'll get some great merch out to you guys. So again, Genosha, Kitty Kush, Razakel, Sugar Waffle, all y'all motherfuckers out there holding it down, pounding the pavement to get your music and your artwork out there. I salute you. We at the Dollhouse salute you.
Absolutely, we do.
All right, and that being said, good night, guys. We will see you tomorrow. Same doll time, same doll channel. Oh, God, my mouse isn't working. We're still live. Oh, God.
Hi.
Hi. Okay. Exit.
Bye.